Bus stand demons. The bus stand was located at the edge of town, far from the bustle and noise of the city center. It was an old, decrepit building, with peeling paint and creaky wooden benches. Few people ever used it, preferring instead to catch their buses from the more modern stations in the heart of town. But there was something about this place that made it impossible to forget. One dark and stormy night, a young woman named Sarah found herself stranded at the bus stand. She had missed her last bus home, and the rain was coming down in sheets. She huddled under the shelter of the stand, trying to stay dry, when she heard a faint whispering sound. It was so faint, she thought it might just be the wind, but as the sound grew louder, she realized it was something else entirely. The whispering turned into a rasping voice, and Sarah saw a figure emerge from the shadows. It was an old man, with ragged clothes and a wild look in his eyes. He shuffled toward her, muttering incoherently, and Sarah realized with growing horror that he was not alone. Out of the darkness came a parade of figures, each one more terrifying than the last. They were all dressed in old-fashioned clothes, and their faces were twisted into grotesque, almost demonic masks. They surrounded Sarah, their breath hot and moist against her skin, and she could feel their cold, clammy hands closing in around her. Sarah tried to scream, but no sound came out. She was paralyzed with fear, and it seemed like the ghosts of the bus stand were going to consume her whole. Just when it seemed like there was no escape, a bright light appeared in the distance. It was a bus, coming to pick up any late-night stragglers. The ghost shrieked and vanished, and Sarah stumbled onto the bus, shaking and drenched with sweat. She never returned to the bus stand after that night, but she could never shake the feeling that the ghosts were still out there, waiting for their next victim.